country exactly in this period. Thank you so much for choosing to celebrate the Europe Day in Kichinau. Close to our citizens who voted Europe already in 3 elections in the last 2 years. The ones who defended this election with interference, foreign interference of no precedent. The Republic of Moldova is celebrating the Day of Europe with the firm belief. You know, in 50, Europe was getting out of the most devastating war. Cities in ruins, millions of people lost their lives, and a new fear was established on the continent that the history might repeat again. Back in those times, the people of state of the post-war generation made a very brave choice. Instead of perpetuating the rivalries, they decided to start building together. The French Minister of Foreign Affairs, Robert Schuman, used to say the world peace cannot be ensured without creative, proportionate efforts, but proportionate with the threats it was exposed to. And the European Union grew out of those efforts. The most successful peace, solidarity and economic development project in the whole modern history. The fact that not a single member state of the European Union never ever had a war with another member state is the outcome of the joint shared values, rules, the result of the joint commitment for the peace. Today, Europe is facing again an aggressor which is threatening the sovereignty of the states as well as the whole international order. Our joint efforts, therefore, need to be proportionate with this threat. But for that, we need the European Union to become stronger, more united and larger. This means that every single country which is sharing the European values, every single country which is working hard to obtain those values has its own place within the European family. The enlargement of the European Union is a strategic response to all the threats that we're coming across, all of us. Cyprus knows very well what it means to have the sovereignty threatened and the territorial integrity infringed. Cyprus also knows what it means to be part of a strong family. The belonging to the European Union strengthened the stability of your country and created space for the development even in a very complex regional context. The Republic of Moldova fully and firmly supports the independence, the sovereignty and the territorial integrity of Cyprus, as well as its reunification in full compliance with the relevant resolutions of the Security Council of the United Nations. Dear President, we do admire the path of Cyprus and we believe that Moldovans deserve exactly the same chance to have stability, prosperity and peace. For us, the accession to the European Union is the most important national project since the independence of our country. This is also a strategy to survive in a context where the aggressor continues threatening our sovereignty. The Republic of Moldova wishes to be part of the peace project, which is the European Union. We do our work. We do invest into energy security. We reform our justice. We strengthen the rule of law. We do align the legislation to European standards. We try to strengthen the resilience in front of the hybrid threats. And we do share this experience with the European partners. The European Commission acknowledges our progress. We are prepared for the official opening of the negotiations by clusters. A stronger Moldova, a more stable Moldova, a more democratic Moldova anchored into the European family is also the interest of the European Union, because this is going to strengthen the regional security and will also strengthen the eastern border of the European Union. On the 9th of May 1950, Robert Schuman was saying that Europe is not to be built at once. It can be built only through concrete achievements, which will build a solidarity, de facto solidarity. The accession of Moldova to the European Union, as well as the steps that we undertake in this direction, are exactly those concrete achievements which confirm that the European promise is realistic for the ones who work in order to obtain it. Dear President, I'm so grateful for the whole support of Cyprus for our process of accession in this period, and I have the full conviction that your visit of today is also a good occasion to deepen our bilateral partnership between the Republic of Moldova and Cyprus, a partnership between two countries which fully share European values and know exactly, every country in its own way, what it means to fight for those values. Thank you. Dear Mr. President, you have the floor.
Madam President, dear Maya, I'm delighted and honored to join you today. This is my first visit to the country and one during the Cyprus presidency of the Council of the European Union. And dear friends, I want to be clear, I stand next to a true European. President Sandu represents the resilience and the strength of the Moldovan people. And today, on May 9, as we celebrate the creation of the European Union, the greatest political project that continues to grow, to integrate, to inspire, we also celebrate the courage, the strength and perseverance of the Moldovan people. And the heart of the European vision, as captured by the great European founders, is alive and thriving here in Moldova. Dear Maya, it is no coincidence that this first official bilateral visit to the country by Cypriot President takes place on a Europe Day. And it is no coincidence for two main reasons. The first is that Cyprus has placed enlargement at the core of our presidency. Our guiding vision is for an autonomous union open to the world, and an integral part of European strategic autonomy and openness is, of course, enlargement. For Cyprus, from the Union's southeastern frontier, the Union's last member under occupation that looks to the unifying power of the European Union, it is absolutely clear that a stronger and a more secure union is an enlarged union. So for us, enlargement is a geopolitical necessity, and we need this necessity to be translated into action. I speak to you from our own experience in Cyprus, for my country, for Cyprus. The journey to our 2004 accession was the most significant national project in our modern history. It transformed and modernized our country, improved quality of life for Cypriots, and firmly anchored us in the European family. It brought prosperity, opportunity and growth. It brought a secure place. And this is the clear future that awaits Moldova. This is the future we are working together to make a reality, and I'm confident that we will. We have acted decisively on this shared goal since Moldova was granted candidate status in June 2022. You have made remarkable progress, and this is a real proof of Moldova's commitment. From the very start of our presidency, we have actively engaged, working hand in hand with Moldova and with the European Commission, and have successfully concluded the technical preparations for the remaining negotiating clusters. The ministerial meeting held in March, the first for Moldova on enlargement since opening accession negotiations in 2024, served as a clear demonstration of the European Union's commitment to Moldova's path. The Cyprus presidency, for our presidency, the objective remains the formal opening of the negotiating clusters, beginning with Cluster 1, Fundamentals, this coming June. This from the backbone of accession negotiations, rule of law, justice, reform, fundamental rights, and I'm confident that by joining forces, this goal is within our reach. Enlargement is a merit-based process, and when candidates like Moldova deliver, we, the European Union, must also deliver. Parallel to these negotiations, we are focused on results that yield immediate impact to the Moldovan people. Through the European Union Growth Plan, we are ensuring that the benefits of Moldova's European path reach communities across the country. And indeed, following the successful completion of key reforms, the European Union has recently released a further €200 million to act as an engine for the Moldovan economy. This investment is not just a figure, but a commitment to doubling your economy, modernizing your infrastructure, and creating the high-tech jobs that allow your young people to thrive here at home. Dear Maya, as you mentioned also, our bilateral relationship is growing following our discussions in Nicosia last December. I'm very pleased to know that negotiations have officially commenced on a bilateral social security agreement, which is only the beginning of a series of agreements that we intend to finalize in the coming months. This will build on our existing air connectivity to facilitate exchanges for our people and businesses. Finally, I want to thank the President for Moldova's principled stance on the Cyprus question, on our ongoing efforts to end the 52-year-long foreign occupation and reunite our country based on the relevant UN Security Council resolutions and, of course, the European Union law, values and principles. And let me reiterate Cyprus's steadfast support for Moldova's sovereignty, territorial integrity and independence. Dear Maya, we salute the brave and hard-working people of Moldova, and we stand with you. The future of Moldova is European, and you can count on the Cyprus presidency to bring this future closer. Thank you very much.
Vă mulțumim. Aici evenimentul a luat sfârșit. O seară bună.
Thank you very much. We concluded our press conference. Have a good evening.